Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're really excited for a new video, finally. Today we're going to be talking about something a little more serious, but I don't want to make this a huge deal. Now, let's backtrack, if you will, to the earlier days of my life when things were simpler. So, I live in Texas, so there you go. Conservative state, for the most part. Very close-minded in many ways. One way of living kind of thing. Like, God, you know what I mean? Like, picture perfect thing. Like, you know, straight. So if you're a male, marry women, have kids, go to church, all that yada 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 yada. I grew up in a conservative family. Not too conservative though. Like, I don't live with racists. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I'll just say, you know, mildly conservative, mildly religious, not super religious. So those are kind of the foundations that I was raised in. So growing up, I actually loved and I was very attracted to girly things, female things that females were allowed to play with, but boys weren't. And this was a struggle for me because I would want to play with the Barbies and I would want to play, you know, in the girls section of Walmart, like, you know, all the pink stuff. The walls are just covered in pink, purple, and all that stuff. I wanted it all, but I couldn't have any of that. I wasn't allowed to have any of that. So I decided to just suppress that. You know what I mean? As a child, you go with the flow, right? Unless you're so spoiled rotten that you throw a temper tantrum in Walmart and scream and cry on the floor and make a scene, which I'm glad I never did. But as you can imagine, you know, I was a little frustrated with not being able to get the things that I necessarily wanted, but I lived with it and I was fine, and it really wasn't that big of a problem for me. Growing up, it wasn't a painful thing to wear male clothing. It was never, I didn't experience a lot of things that most transgender people experience when it comes to being young and growing up trans. I didn't have to deal with wanting, like, tugging at my genitalia and wanting it to come off, or, you know, more extreme stuff like that to me. I guess you could say I was very lucky in that, but basically, yeah, that's just kind of, you know, a little background information about how I grew up and stuff. So fast forward to junior high, high school. I was dating a bunch of girls in junior high, and I really wanted to like these girls. I really wanted to be into it. I really wanted to feel the things that the other kids were feeling, the other boys were feeling towards these girls. And it never ever clicked. It never felt right. It just didn't. For whatever reason, you know, boobs, and it just it never did it for me. I think I tried to make it do it for me, but it just never did. You know what I mean? And so, like, towards like 8th grade, 9th grade-ish, I started thinking, hey, what if I'm gay? You know, what if I'm attracted to guys? What if, you know what I mean? What if? And then slowly and slowly, I started looking at guys differently. Like, he's attractive. And then from that to, he's cute. And then from that to, he's hot. And then, you know, kind of having crushes on guys that I went to school with. Thank God most of them never knew that, and if they did, fuck my life. But yeah, basically, you know, I was into a bunch of guys at this time, and I had kind of forgotten about the girls, so okay, I'm gay. And so I go on Facebook, I come out to everyone that I'm gay, you know, this is after a long time of the process of coming out and accepting myself, because God knows that was a lengthy process, to say the least. And you know what I mean? Like, so that was that, you know. So that was my sexuality. I figured out that I was attracted to males, basically. Everything in terms of now is what I'm saying. I was attracted to guys. I wouldn't even call it gay, okay? Because as the years have progressed to now, I'm 21 now. I graduated in the class of 2014, and so high school's long gone. So when I think about, you know, that coming out process, it was very hard. It was very difficult for me. Luckily, I still had support from, like, close friends and certain family members, but to everyone else, it still was kind of like a shock to people, and people did treat me differently. It's just how it is, and you know, I've accepted that, and that's how I'm okay with that. If you don't accept me as who I am, then I don't want you in my life, kind of thing. That's just how I feel. So fast forward to now. Over these past, especially 3 years, I've definitely questioned my gender. Now, for those of you that are asking, So sexuality, meaning what you're attracted to, what you want to put in your mouth, and what you want to is completely different than what gender you identify as. Completely different, not the same thing. People think that they even correlate. They do not. If you're gay, it means nothing about what you identify as. Absolutely nothing. It literally doesn't cross-contaminate. It doesn't translate. It doesn't, none of that. So if you've ever thought that, erase that from your mind because it's not the same thing. So I forgot to mention that your sex and gender are also not the same thing. When you're born, you are assigned your sex based on your genitalia, which will be either male or female. When you grow up, or whenever you decide, you can identify as whatever you want. There's many ways of identifying. I just wanted to throw that in there, that sex and gender are also not the same thing. I know very many transgender people who are, you know, since they transitioned from female to male, they're still attracted to males, so they would be a gay male or a transgender gay male. Do you feel me? Are you on the same page? If you're not, look this stuff up while I'm talking. Look it up. It's very easy to do your research. It's 2016. Do your homework, kids. Just saying. Yeah, so basically, over these past like 3 years, I've definitely questioned my gender. And I've come to terms with the fact that I identify as a female. Now, I don't want this to be a huge thing like coming out as gay was. I feel like there's this weird thing with coming out as gay. It's such a sensational thing, like, you know, it goes viral just because it's a shock thing and oh my god, I knew, or oh my god, I had no idea. Like, you know what I mean? And to me, it's really, this stuff, like even this video, it's probably none of your business what I identify as. It's really none of your business what I'm attracted to. It's none of your business who I have sex with. It's none of your business at all, honestly. But I feel as though that I need to have some trans visibility. I want to showcase me being proud of who I am and coming to terms with that. And you know, other people watching this video and feeling inspired and saying, hey, you know what, I've questioned this for many years and you know what, I think I'm transgender and I want to do something about it to you know, improve upon my life. And you know, that's just basically what I want to do for people. I want to be a role model for others. I want to be that role model that I felt I didn't have growing up. And so here we are today. I am transgender. I'm 21 now. I identify as a female. I'm attracted to men. And congratulations. You just learned a little bit more about me. Little tiny attributes about me that don't describe exactly all that I am, because I am much more than what I identify as. I am much more than who I am attracted to. I am many things. I think I'm a creative person. I'm funny I'm funny when it comes out naturally. When I try to force being funny, it really does not work, but you know what I mean? That happens to a lot of people. But basically, yeah, I'm transgender and I have started taking hormones over a month ago now. So I'm due on a hormone update, but that will be coming. But yeah, I just wanted to basically, you know, come out as transgender and just be visible and just not be afraid to be my 100% authentic self. As far as I'm concerned, there will be nothing for the rest of my life that I will have to come out as. Thank God. And yeah, that's basically all I have. If you have any questions, feel free to DM me on Instagram, Twitter, you know what I mean? Leave a comment in the comment section, ask whatever you need, just don't be disrespectful. Because there's many ways that you can cross the line, and if you don't know the line, then you will be blocked. But yeah, so basically that's it. I want this to be a pretty natural video. It doesn't need to be anything like, oh my god. I'm gonna try to not make the thumbnail as clickbaity as I can, and maybe we'll see about the title. I'm not sure. I'm just filming this and kind of doing this on a whim, and I just feel that I'm ready to do this. I didn't even want to look that presentable for this video because I don't think that I need to impress anyone. I don't think that I need to necessarily come off as a female to you, because what you see and what I see is just different. And I have come to terms with what I look like and how that's changing, because it definitely is. And you know what? I am who I am, and I'm not going to be ashamed of that. And me without makeup on. I have a little bit of mascara and a little bit of lip gloss, just a tad. And I feel confident in myself, so hey. I definitely want to thank the people in my life that have continued to support and love me for exactly who I am, love me unconditionally, and yeah, oh, also, for those of you asking, my name, well, the name that I've chosen for myself is Shine. So it's spelled S-E-A-I-N-E, and it's Shine. It's not C-N-A, it's not Scene, it's not Cheyenne, whatever kind of name you want to think, it's Shine. Like shine bright like a diamond. And yeah, so that's my tea. I hope it was sweet. I hope that it wasn't too hot for your lips or your throat. You know what I'm saying? And basically that's gonna be it. So I will see you guys in the next video. The next video will most likely be a hormone update. And I just love you. And just remember to be proud of the things that make you different, because you are all you can be. I love you, and yeah, so I guess this is the end of the video.